Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to be working on this board. We're going to be doing a welcome sign. I've seen lots of these around the neighborhood, and I thought it might be a good idea to give it a try. So if you're excited to see how this turns out, let's get into it. My first step is to cut the board to the right length using this sliding meter saw. As always, be sure to use your safety equipment. This board was already pretty close to the length that I wanted it, but I try to use reclaimed wood when I can, and that can be a little bit rougher around the edges. Cutting off the edges gives it a more finished end result and makes sanding a lot easier. Here's the edge now that I've cut it. As you can see, it's nice and sharp. Next I'll be using a thickness planer. This will remove any warping and also give it a nice smooth finish that will make it easy to sand. I took quite a few passes through the planer to get the board to the level that I wanted. I cut a lot of these out in editing just to make sure the video wasn't too long and to keep the momentum of the video going. Now I'm just turning off the planer, and you can see here the board has a nice, even finish. So now that our board is just about the right size and shape, it's nice and refined and we're ready to start sanding. I'm going to be using the detail sander on 3 different grits. We have a rough grit, medium and smooth grit. 240 is the lightest grit we'll be working with. We also have 150 grit for the medium grit and 60 for the rough grit. Just like I did with the planing, I've cut out a lot of the footage so we don't have a 20-minute video of me sanding a board. Instead, I'm showing a short clip of the steps involved, so sanding the edges to give it a rounded shape, and giving the whole thing a nice finish. Sanding it this way is going to help it to be an easy surface to work with while I'm painting, and is going to make it nice to touch and also prevent splinters later on. Now that it's sanded nice and smooth, I'm going to be bringing it inside and creating a design. So here we are inside, and I'm going to be sketching out our pattern in pencil before working on the final draft. Bunny is kindly helping me to block out the shapes and letters to make sure that everything is kind of in the right spot and evenly spaced. I'm doing this really lightly so it'll be easy to erase after. Although you can't see the writing itself, at least you can see the process that goes into it. You could definitely use a ruler to help you space them out and to also make sure all the letters are a uniform size. I'm kind of more going with my eye on this one, and I'm actually making some of the letters purposely more narrow. Since it's a vertical layout, stuff like an E would look awkward if it was stretched to the same width as a W. As you can see, we've jumped into the painting part way. That's because I forgot to press the record button, so we missed a little bit of the painting. I'm starting off with the gray undertone for the daisies and then painting white on top. This gives the painting a bit more dimension. Before I begin painting the letters, I'm going to finish all the other elements of the painting first. That way they'll serve as a backdrop, and I can easily add the letters over top. I'm going to add some clouds here, and I've decided to go with a color that matches the theme of my YouTube channel. To create this color, I've added a mix of blue, yellow, and white. Then I add a little more white to the mixture for the lighter shade. What do you think? Did I get the color right? As you saw earlier, the frame got shifted, so when I was painting the bird and the grass at the bottom of the frame, it wasn't centered. To create the grass, I started from the bottom of the canvas and made quick strokes up with a very fine brush. And for making the bird, to create the different tones with the light and dark shade of blue, I blended it by mixing water with the lighter shade and applying it as a wash over the darker color. and cue transition to show off the before and after of the outline. So here's the finished product. As you can see, I was a bit premature in picking out the theme, but I guess I was just excited for spring. I intend to make it double-sided, so check out my shorts because I'm going to be featuring the process of painting the other side in a more wintry theme. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. It really helps my channel a lot, and I hope you have a good day. Bye!